late. I'm so sorry. I'm just getting done with watching the episode. Hold on, let me get my setup. But hi everyone, I'm here. I'm here. My apologies. I just got done watching Friday's episode. Let me get my setup together real quick. I'm totally late. Hold on. Hold on. I will be back. I will be right back. But I hope everyone had a great day today. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have already had 2.5 cups of wine right now, so bear with me. Okay, I'm here. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Just got one more thing to grab, and then we will get started. But hi. All right. Okay, I am here. My apologies for being late. I got a phone call that I really wanted to take, and I'm so happy I took it. It was a great conversation, and um, it made me happy. But I'm just gonna warn you now, okay? I've had 3 glasses of wine, okay? And I'm just the reason I'm warning you is because I'm lit. I'm lit, honey. All right. I've been screaming at the television watching the show. And what I will say is that I have enjoyed the last 2 episodes of General Hospital very much. And I'm feeling good tonight. I'm off mommy duty. It's Brandon's weekend to have Layla. So yeah, I'm being a responsible adult while drinking wine. Girl, I'm terrible. Oh, the wine I'm drinking. Um, hey Freddie, hey Erin, hey Deborah, Bridget, hey everybody. It is called Country Crush Fruit Wine Company Natural Peach Wine. And the thing that messes me up is that it is 12% alcohol, honey. I'm dead. I get it from Kroger. I don't know who else has it. Happy Easter. Oh, Krista, I'ma miss you, girl. I'ma miss you. What? You said Gladys ain't shit. Hey, Sandy, how you doing? Okay, so we got a lot to discuss. Hold on. We have quite a bit to discuss of the last 2 episodes of General Hospital, Thursday and Friday. I didn't do a live stream on Thursday because Layla and I went to Bible study, and when I came home, I was so tired. I had to work all day, and I was like, let me just wait till Friday night when I won't have really anything to do. Will Esme's memories return? I don't know, but Esme was knocked the hell out. And I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday's episode. But all I know is that I saw her butt laid out, honey. Victor done got what? Victor be getting everywhere. And excuse me, Laura, Miss Mayor Collins. Ma'am, you didn't think that you should have a guard on your door with Victor on the loose, especially after what happened to the Madam Deputy Mayor? You didn't think you needed some guards on your door? Girl, Oh, mad question if there were any witnesses to see. Thank you, Monique. Monique, girl. High five. High five, girl. A virtual high five. Thank you so much. I was sitting there screaming at the screen like, excuse me, but what evidence do y'all really have that that man did it? All it is hearsay. You're arresting him on hearsay, and y'all ain't got no proof. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, I'm lit tonight. I'm lit. Y'all ain't got no proof. Y'all just arresting the man. Ain't nobody seen nothing. No security cameras. Where are the security cameras? I'm lit tonight, honey. I'm lit. But Gladys, in the word, you said Lord need to do better than that. But in the words of Freddie Edwards, Gladys ain't shit. But I'm not completely mad at her. Right. I'm not completely mad at Gladys because first of all, Cody kind of deserves it. Okay, he's walking around not fully being honest with his daddy that he's his son. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't Cody speak up? Look, this is what Cody gets for not telling on Gladys when he had the chance. Gladys was like, look, I'm going to remove you from the situation. If I was Cody and I was being arrested and I knew I was being set up by whom I was being set up, I would have been like, oh, Gladys sold your thing to Mrs. Wu because she was in debt because she'd been gambling with your money. Cody, you need to tell it. Like, oh, you should have told the whole thing, sir. What's wrong with you? Goodness, I was sticking to Gladys. Be like, oh, you thought you were going to get rid of me so the truth wouldn't come out? Well, I'm going to tell the truth right now while I'm being arrested. I'm going to let it all out. I would have let it all out. What's wrong with you, Cody? Girl, boy, you don't know how to play the game. I was upset, but at the same time, Cody ain't squeaky clean. He ain't squeaky clean. And this is his karma, okay? Or he's reaping what he has sown, which is some foolishness. Which is some foolishness, okay? So I'm not mad at Gladys. She's doing what she got to do because Cody should have spilled the tea when he had the chance. And he also had a chance to do it while he was being arrested. I'm telling you, I would have sang it all. I would have told it all. Like, oh, so you think you're going to put me away to shut me up? No, I'm going to tell it all. Even if Sasha don't want to believe me right now, I'm going to put it on her mind so she think about it. Y'all need to be messy on that soap opera. Y'all don't want me writing for GAs because it would have been messy as hell, okay? For real. Gladys, he will be in the crossfire with Mrs. Wu. It's a no. Oh, you think he really would get hit back, Monique, by Mrs. Wu for telling that? Because, I mean, she already owns the property. But would it be more so because he told on a client that was there and he's supposed to protect confidentiality? Maybe that's it. Oh, Freddie, I'm lit. I don't think that Jordan should have in the audiences when TJ did his strip. Okay, so all right, let's before we get into all that, let me finish up with Gladys. Gladys is a mess. Okay, that woman, first of all, the fact that bodyguard, okay, you supposed to have eyes on her. You ain't even supposed to be looking at anything else. Your eyes should have been directly on Gladys. So that is completely your fault. That woman went all the way backstage, planted that, and then instigated this whole thing. And then she was sitting there talking, sitting there planting seeds of doubt into Sasha, like, oh, you're just getting your life back together. You don't need somebody who's going to sit there and do that to you. I laughed the entire time. I'm like, this woman, you ain't shit. And like what Freddie said, Freddie, I promise you, I was looking at the TV like, Gladys, you ain't shit. Sitting there talking about Cody like you ain't doing that. Though Gladys isn't wrong considering the reasons why Cody decided to come to town. She ain't wrong. And like I said, Cody is just reaping what he has sown, okay? Tell your daddy the truth. Tell your daddy that you are his son. I wonder if this is how the truth will come out. Gladys tricked Cody into thinking that Dante had asked for him, and then Sam was like, why would Gladys do that? Sam was the one who came out to see that Cody had been arrested. So it'll be interesting to see how this story unfolds. I'm here for it, honey. Look, I am here for it. Look, I'm here for it. So then we have okay, let me just say all of this was great. Before Hey Rose, Sonny used to fire that bodyguard. Okay, let's talk about that. So Trina and Spencer have already hit a bump in the road. A lot of people was wondering if Spencer and a lot of people was wondering if this would be the end of Spencer and Trina as they're just getting started with each other. You know what I'm saying? So like let me just say this. The other night during my live stream, someone came in and said, that like the women should be kissing the men's butt. I think it was Cherie. I had put her on timeout because I was like, I ain't trying to deal with these comments. But what I will say tonight is Trina Robinson, after all that you have been through with Spencer, by now you should know who he is. And just like I said with Chase, and when it comes to Brooklyn, I've said that Chase, if you want to be with Brooklyn, you need to accept Brooklyn for who she is, how she is. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sitting there like trying to say all these comments, like, trying to make a person feel bad for who they are. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say the same thing to Trina when it comes to Spencer. You know who you dating? He's a Cassadine, honey. He's a Cassadine. I'm not saying he can't change or improve or get better, but girl, don't you be running every single time he is who he is. Changes don't happen immediate. They happen gradually with experience and hard lessons learned. You know what I'm saying? And Spencer has done a lot of growing since he's come onto the canvas. But also, just because he's a Cassadine and just because he can seem entitled doesn't mean he doesn't have great instincts. So, girl, you're going to have to pull back on that. And hopefully, in time, Trina is a very smart person. Trina's going to end up trapped with Spencer. You think so? At the end, you said at least Lucy didn't burst through the nurse's ball with only her bra and pant. Girl, I just reacted to that. I hope YouTube let me post that. I just reacted to that. I was rolling. I just did a reaction video to the 1995 Nurses Ball when Lucy was pushed out by Catherine Bell. I hope YouTube lets me post it. I really do. I'm almost done editing it. But that mess was hilarious. I ain't never seen it before. I hope YouTube let me post it, please. But anyhow, girl, you don't. I'm glad they didn't break up. A lot of people were suspecting they would probably break up after this thing. But if you're going to be with Spencer, accept him for who he is and also recognize that he has great instincts. He is right to distrust Dex because Dex is working against Sonny. He was like, what are you sitting here? You're supposed to be guarding my uncle. You over here taking tequila shots. What you doing? Like, he's right. How you gonna sit there and protect somebody and you inebriated? Okay? I can barely sit up on my couch and I'm inebriated. Put the tequila down. We see what happens with tequila. Just ask Sam McCall when she was hanging out with Jason Morgan way back when. That was one of my favorite J-Sam scenes. I ain't even gonna lie to you. If I react to anything, it's gonna be that. But Spencer has great instincts when it comes to Dex. He has every right to question Dex because Dex isn't on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad they didn't break up over that. A lot of folks are speculating. But you're going to have to accept people for who they are at the time that you're dating them. You know what I'm saying? And if changes come, they come. Trina, if you can't handle the Cassadine mess, then go ahead and free yourself. Not Fantasia. Cheers to Fantasia. Amen. Yeah, thank God we don't have to see Lucy in her underwear. You think Spencer's in love with Jocelyn? Ooh, let me see. Hey, everyone. Oh, thank you, Rose. Please, if you're able to, if you're willing to, I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up on the video. Thank you in advance. And thank you for being here watching this live stream. Always appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Thank you. So I'm glad they didn't break up. But Victor did contact Spencer through a bodyguard that came into the lobby and said, hey, your uncle will be contacting you. Do exactly what he says. Do you all think that was necessary for the bodyguard to show up? I guess it just put more urgency on him. Maybe if the bodyguard hadn't shown up, he would have just, ignored Victor's call in order to make sure things were right with Trina. So maybe the bodyguard was extra emphasis on that. So Victor did contact Spencer and let Spencer know, hey, you want your brother? So Spencer shows up at the Haunted Star. But before we get further into those details, let's talk about what happened when Victor's guys showed up at the safe house, the not so safe house, thanks to Lucy Coe. Do you know, first of all, Lucy Coe, girl, you know we love to hate you and your stuff. But let me just say, I need someone to drag Lucy behind the car in the mud through some concrete into a ditch. Girl, you got Anna shot with your foolishness over the nurse's ball. This is Lucy should have been the one shot, okay? Not to say that I didn't like her entrance at the end of today's episode, and we will certainly discuss that and get to that. But your ass should have been shot sitting there playing around with people's lives. That's what your ass should have got. I was so upset. Like, this shouldn't be Anna, it should be Lucy. Like, I'm surprised she was able to escape like that. Oh, yes, we're going to talk about Brooklyn. We're going to get to all of it, honey. We're going to talk about all of it. Victor is Scar and Spencer. Not the Lion King. But you make a great point. I love that analogy. It's actually true. So, excuse me. We knew Lucy was going to make an entrance. We certainly did, didn't we? I just didn't expect for it to be so late and at the last minute. But we are certainly going to dissect that. But I was so upset. I was like, this should be Lucy's shot. And Lucy makes a clean getaway. Anyway, I did like that Victor had his time to go off on Valentine. With that guy that was... that Victor had an opportunity to go off on his son, because regardless if you're evil, your kids are still your kids. You know what I'm saying? He even tried to show him mercy at the end before he tried to snap Anna's neck to make her paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? Your kids are still your kids. And he was like, I tried to claim your body with the French authorities. Do you know how hard I tried to get your body back? Yeah, like, so I really liked the dialogue in those scenes, and I appreciate that they didn't like dull down the moment of Victor pulling out his gun and shooting Anna. I was here for it because I like a villain who can go through with what they say and isn't just talking so much that somebody comes in and thwarts what they're trying to do. People need to stop. And Spencer and Trina, their love story they got some bumps. Oh, Angela, Triumph, I absolutely agree. I'm glad that they didn't break up. A lot of people thought they were going to break up, but I'm glad that they were instead talking through what issue they had. Hopefully, like I said, Trina will come through and see that Spencer does have good instincts, because he's right about Dex, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that they didn't just break up, you know what I'm saying? That they talked about it. So yes, they are progressing, you know what I'm saying? Thank goodness. But I'm just glad that Victor had follow through, because in villains, they talk so much, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, like, don't just say you're gonna do something, do it. And he shot her right there, honey. The feathers weren't gonna hurt the guy, Lucy. The actor who plays Link exited the show, so hopefully yesterday was just like, oh, he did. Hey, David. Oh, you said you heart that Anna is shot by your uncle. Between Nina and Lucy, the narcissism is real. So, but those were great scenes that Victor did. I'm glad that Victor showed follow through. I appreciate a villain that follows through on what they say they're gonna do. And yeah, I appreciate that. This takedown against Sonny is not going to go the way Michael thinks. Dex already has a soft spot for Sonny. It's Sonny and Dante Part 2. Yes, Monique, you better tell that truth, honey, because it certainly is. Excuse me. I agree with you, Monique. I think a lot of us would agree with you in the comment section. He's already going soft towards it. And I think Michael should have stuck to his instincts to just go ahead and call the whole thing off, because really, it's just going to be a full waste of time. What I will say about the outcome, I hope that Sonny isn't going to do what Michael did and just wash his hands of it and just walk away from the situation. I hope Sonny, and Sonny doesn't seem like the type to do this, especially when it comes to his children, because no matter what Michael does, Sonny will always see Michael as his son. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that Sonny doesn't do what Michael did and just leaves the whole thing alone. When he finds out, like, be mad, be pissed, but don't hold on to it and be like, oh, I'm going to get back at Michael. Sonny doesn't seem like the type to do that, and I hope he doesn't. Why didn't Cody just tell Sasha about Gladys? Exactly, Lori. I absolutely agree with you. He should have just told it all. This is what you get for not telling the truth. And hopefully he'll tell the truth about his father. And also, while they were taking me away in handcuffs, I would have told everything. Everything. And been messy as hell at that nurse's ball. Everything. Wait till Spencer finds out that Jocelyn went along with Dex and Michael trying to take his Uncle Sonny down. Ooh, Freddie! Cheers to you. I hope Spencer get all up in that ass. All up in it. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go on. I don't even know what I was talking about last. But I did notice that some of the people who were available in the last episode were not in this episode. Instead of seeing Austin and Ava, we saw Ned and Olivia. Robert made an appearance. Who else did we see in this episode of the Nurses Ball that we didn't see in the last episode? Spinelli. Okay, so let's venture off into that. It doesn't make sense that the audience keeps changing. Well, sometimes I will say in real life it does, because like for me, for instance, I will show up early to an open mic and be in the audience, but like after like a certain amount of time, I'll be like, I'm ready to go home, and I'll leave, and then somebody will come in and take my seat. So in real life, it really does happen that way when you go to a live show. And like some people will be there in the beginning, but by like midway of the show, or like when they're doing the second half, most people be like, oh, I'm tired. I saw enough of what I need to see. It's time for me to go home. So I will give them grace in that regard. And I think they were trying to switch people out due to the filming schedule. You know what I'm saying? So, but they'll get away. They'll get a pass from that with me. But I did like that Spinelli showed up. That was a nice surprise. And I enjoyed his interaction with Maxie during James and Georgie's magic trick. And could Maxie's son James be a match for Willow? They are cousins. Lori, that is a good assessment. So I did enjoy their magic trick. Someone said it yesterday. The day before last when we did the live stream about Liesl being kidnapped. So shout out to who that person was, or persons who pointed that out, that Liesl would be the one kidnapped. Why? Okay, I know Victor's obsession with Liesl. Is he hoping that Liesl will help him raise Ace, because he done kidnapped Ace? My concern now when it comes to, because Victor said that the Haunted Star was moving, that the boat was moving. Is he trying to take Spencer with him? Or do you think Victor is going to try to do harm to Spencer in order to get rid of Spencer trying to lay a claim on his brother? Because, I mean, I think it could go both ways. I think Victor would like for Spencer to come along with him, but if Spencer tries to show some resistance, fully believe that he would try to get rid of Spencer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of worried about Spencer in that regard. Now that Anna is recovering from being shot, will GH bring back Alex, her twin, but will Robert, Felicia, and Anna and Valentine know who is the real Anna and the fake one? That's a good question. Okay, what was I saying? But I did enjoy the magic trick and seeing those parents bond over it. It was great to see Georgie and James bond. You know, some things I kind of forget that they are brother and sister. That was great. I'm still having a hard time with the fact that no one saw what happened to Dr. Obrecht. They're now saying in the script that there was a trap door on the stage that Liesel could have fell through, and that's how the guy got her. That makes more sense than some dude running up on stage and opening the door and getting Liesel out of the way. If I was Nina, I completely understand her concern because Willow is supposed to have that procedure and Liesel is missing in action. So yeah, so I appreciate that she's on the ball in that regard, and it's like, no, like, we got to find her. She's got to save my daughter's life. She can't wait. So I don't know how that's going to turn out. I'm assuming that they'll find them the same night with everyone on Victor's ass. So we'll just have to see how things unfold next week. I mean, somebody said that they wanted more drama to go down at the nurses' ball, and I just want to ask you all, do you think that more drama should have went down, or was the nurses' ball good to you, or how do you feel about everything that went on? You know what I'm saying? Oh, before we get back to the storylines, they had a musical guest for the nurses' ball, Danielle Porter on my community page. I think he needs Liesel because of her medical knowledge if he's trying to reincarnate Starbucks. Oh, you think that that's what he's trying to do, Lori? And I saw another comment. I think the truck then presented it preempt. It was supposed to be. It's not like Victor can get it up with. You're right, Freddie. You're absolutely right. But the guest musical guest that they had on the show, Danielle Porter, on my community page, I shared the song. I absolutely loved her performance. Her song, I don't know how they got her on the show, but I want to say thank you for introducing me to a new artist. I am a fan. I have already added her music to my collection. Yeah, oh, thank you for correcting me, David. Thank you so much. We want to get her proper name out there. Danielle Ponder. Okay, she did a phenomenal job. I love that song. I've already added it. I promise. I've already added it on my playlist on Amazon Music. I will be listening to that song as I go to bed tonight. She was so good. Yes, she was. I enjoyed her. She looked fabulous, had great energy on the stage. I absolutely loved her performance. I hope they leave. Angela, Angela, I don't say it enough, but I love it when you come through in the comment section. Thank you so much for gracing me and others with your presence in the live stream because, girl, your comments be giving me life. Really? She quit being an attorney to be to go into music? Ooh. I'm gonna have to read into Miss Thang. Yes, she was fantastic. Never heard of her before. Amazing. Yes, and I think considering where soap operas are, the fact that they were able to get an artist on the show and they put that energy in, that was amazing. I loved it. Yeah. I thought Anna would have wore a bulletproof vest. Freddie, that would have been smart. That would have been smart. It was mediocre. I loved her performance. I'm not gonna lie to you, I loved it. Or are you Angela? Are you talking about the whole nurses ball? Or are you talking about Danielle Porter? I'm sorry, Ponder. Are we talking about Danielle Ponder being mediocre, or like the nurses ball as a whole? Valentine is going to be her. Hold on. There's drama. Let the nurses ball focus on the HIV/AIDS. The outside drama is popping. She's a night jazz blues mix. Danielle Ponder. Did Lucy care more about going to nurses ball than getting help for Anna, Valentine, and Anna? Well, we knew she had to make it to the nurses ball somehow, so I guess this is the best way. And I think she probably cared about the nurses ball more than them. I mean, let's just be real. This is Lucy we're talking about. She didn't even care about putting them in danger by leaving the safe house. Yeah, she cares more about the nurses ball. Hey, Brooklyn, I'm glad you were able to make it regardless of whether or not you were late. Thank you so much for showing up. So, speaking of Brooklyn, I think that is the best segue to get into this. So let's talk about it. How did we feel about how Brooklyn finally exposed Link with or without an NDA? Are we here for how she handled it? Do you think she should have handled it differently? On Facebook, the general hospital groups that I'm in, I've seen a lot of comments about that. You know what I'm saying? I remember being introduced to Katy Perry while watching Y&R. That's when. So we appreciate Soaps for introducing us to new music artists. Amen. Hey, Victor needs to go. She finally did the right thing. I'm glad they finally did a farewell to Epiphany. Yes, me too. Absolutely. She did the right thing. You like how it went down? Because a lot of people were, like having comments about it. Um, I cringed just for a little bit, but overall, I'm glad that that part of the story is over. I'm so glad that there's a well, I don't know if there's a full conclusion. Somebody said that he left the show, so maybe there is a full conclusion, and we won't see Link at least for a while. He's not dead, so he can always come back. But I appreciate that she stood up and she did what she did. What because like during Danielle Ponder's performance, there was some more emotionally constipated looks between her and Chase, and I was like, "Girl, stop, stop, stop it!" Yes, it needed to be done. I'm glad she said something. I thought she was about to snap when she was touching Jocelyn. Yes. Okay, real quick. Don't hate, but I think the Link actor is cute. She gave Blaze the courage. Yes. Yes. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. So, backstage when Link was approaching Jocelyn, Brooklyn did make a move and she spilled something on Link. Jocelyn peeped that there was something wrong. She's like, "Are you okay?" And Link grabbed her arm, and I was like, "Brooklyn, don't take that from him." I'm glad Brooklyn and Blaze told the world that Link is a sexual predator, but I'm still sick of those puppy dog eyes, Brooklyn. Yes, I'm sorry, I haven't been watching it. I have too many health problems. Oh, Rose, praying for you, honey. Praying for you, absolutely. But I'm glad that you were able to make it onto the live stream tonight. Thank you for being here, and thank you for always supporting. Appreciate your presence on this earth. I want you to know that. Um, but I'm sorry. I'm trying to get back to my train of thought. But I'm sorry. We're talking about Link and Brooklyn, and I guess I was trying to think of what I was gonna say. I okay. Yes, now I know what I was gonna say. It was about when the reveal happened, and Chase was on stage, of course. What did real quick? What did you all think of Chase's and Blaze's performance? I wasn't impressed. I didn't like it. I'm not. It was kind of. They didn't really have the audience engaged. Um, I wasn't really here for it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Chase needs to go back to detective work. Fast forward. I'm sick of Jocelyn when Joss rolled her eyes when Sonny needed text. I didn't like the music. It was such a woke moment with Carly and the singer. The nurse. Oh, okay. I didn't even see it like that. But thank you for your perspective. The nurse's ball was mediocre at best, but Lucy saved the day. Don't let us, wait, Sandy. Do you mean Chase? I wasn't impressed by their performance. I just really wasn't. But Angela, did you like Danielle Ponder? Did you like her? Sonny will let Michael go. I think he will too. I don't think Sonny's gonna sit there and engage in the foolishness that Michael engaged in. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna leave it alone, especially because Michael is his son. If it wasn't his son, maybe he would do something about it. Oh, you are welcome, Rose. Please chase no more. Yeah, I wasn't here for their performance. I really don't. And Blaze, I'm not really here for her character right now. I don't know if they're going to do anything more with her or if she was just a person to kind of usher us into getting Link out of the picture. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to see more of her, but I wouldn't be upset if I didn't. So let me just say it like that. I'm not really impressed here. First time Chase performed, it was good. After the first show, he's hey, tell the truth, Deborah. I thought she was a good actress in her emotional scenes. What I will say is the girl can cry. When Brooklyn went on stage, and because Link he was being very touchy with her after their performance, and Brooklyn got on stage and was like, "Hey, telling the truth." When Blaze finally was able to find the courage because of Brooklyn stepping up to the plate, I thought it was really great, and at least Blaze really did handle herself well in those scenes. She really did. She was crying. She was letting it be known. So that was a really great moment for her. Do you think that there's a future for Blaze on the show past this moment, or do you believe that she should just kind of be a character that fades into the background? What I was going to say, and I remember it now, when Brooklyn, when all of this was going on, you don't think we need Blaze? When all of this was going on, she was looking at Chase, and I was kind of screaming at the TV like, Brooklyn, no. Like, Brooklyn, no, you don't need to look at Chase. Don't look at Chase. Chase should be looking at you like, oh, this amazing woman. Don't look at Chase with that emotional constipation. You don't need Chase's validation. It doesn't matter if Chase is watching you or not. Do you see you, honey? Do you see you and how great you are? And that you've had it in you this whole time to step up for what's right? It doesn't matter if Chase saw you or if Chase agrees with you. Are you proud of you? Are you good with you? And I just want her to get to that place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, girl, it's not about Chase, it's about you. The man should be coming after you. No, like I said, when it comes to Trina with Spencer, can Chase accept you for who you are? Like Chase should have been encouraging you the whole time, not sitting there putting you down just because you didn't meet his expectations. You're not supposed to meet anyone's expectations but your own. And that's really what I want Brooklyn to come to. She's a phenomenal woman. She shouldn't be looking emotionally constipated at another man. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, did you, like looking for at him for validation. How do you feel about you, honey, and what you did tonight? You should be proud of yourself. You should be patting yourself on the back. Don't be looking for Chase to do that for you. That's all I have to say when it comes to Brooklyn. I'm still not sure about her and Chase. I mean, I'm just not. We'll have to see as we go forward if the writers are able to write a very good, great, excellent story for these two characters. We'll just have to see what happens next and what the conversation is going to be like after what happened on stage. It's the same Brooklyn who slept with Valentine. That's what Chase actually said to her. Hold on, did I miss it? Wait, can you remind me, David? You said that's what Chase actually said to her. What can you remind me what Chase said to her? So I can my mhm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But at least we got some movement in that story. So I will say, thank goodness we got some movement. I think a lot of fans were just happy that there was some. I don't know if this is complete closure. That there was at least we got to that. Brooklyn Chase by. I missed the Brooklyn that had Nicholas drooling over her when she sang "Fever" at Chase. Dante with Blaze. Oh, you think so? I'm not. I don't know. Dante isn't like such a character to where I care about his love life. If that makes sense. Chase said she let herself down. Okay, David, you're right. You're right. I just want Brooklyn to be proud of herself. And if that's what Chase said to her, thank you for that reminder. Then that's what she needs to be thinking of instead of wondering if Chase is proud of her. Girl, look at yourself. You are phenomenal. And you had it in you the whole time. The whole time. And she did it. She did it. Very proud of Brooklyn in that moment. And because she took that stand, she was able to help Blaze take a stand for herself as well. So that was good. And it brought drama to the nurses' ball on stage in front of the whole town. Hey, I'm here for it. Cheers. So, okay, there's a lot more that happened at the nurses' ball, okay? We did have a moment where Portia stopped by Finn and Elizabeth's table, and she said that, of course, she was talking about Trina, and right now she's on the outside of everything. Curtis was noticeably absent from this episode of the Nurses' Ball, I think the last two. But of course, I think they rotate the actors out depending on their filming schedule. I think that's why it is. So does Brooklyn lose now that she violated? We'll definitely have to see if she does. Brooklyn won't lose anything because if that act that Maxie told her about. Okay. Okay. Well, that's good news to know. Just excuse me for a moment. I'm gonna grab some tissue because my nose is running. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Ooh, 1 second. Oops, sorry about that. Had to just grab some tissue. Just my nose was running. But let me see. Did I? Yeah, I did like Danielle Ponder. It's actually Danielle Ponder. David reminded me, so I appreciate that. Thank you all. And sorry, I'm trying to get back to what I was talking about. What did I just say before I got up? I cannot remember. Okay, I think. Um, can't remember what I was just. I think Portia. Okay, there we go, Portia. Okay, I think Portia and Jordan look the sexiest. The rest of the women they made look like old ladies. I Oh, he might get reinstated. I think I mentioned that. My favorite two looks of the nurses' ball on the red carpet were Jordan, because, first of all, we don't get to see her dress up often, and she had her back out, which I loved. And Portia, her dress, oh, she had the chest for that dress, honey, and then the slit leg in the front. Oh, that dress was just gorgeous. That dress was absolutely gorgeous. So those were my two favorite looks on the red carpet for certain. But I did appreciate that Elizabeth told Portia, and she should know about this, that it's not going to be like that always. And Finn chimed in and let her know that, my father never gave up on me, and it probably is not going to take that long. As long as Portia continues to remain open and available, she's going to get her daughter back. I mean, sometimes you fall out with one another, but when you loved ones are loved ones, and the people that are meant to be in your life are going to be in your life. So again, Porsche, I know it's easier said than done, because I do this all the time. She does not need to worry. It's going to come together when it's supposed to. So but I appreciate, seeing her friendships with her colleagues. So that was a nice moment. um Let me see. Next up, I'm trying to think. I apologize. We did get to see Laura in Friday's episode, because as this time, instead of seeing Michael and Willow watching the nurses' ball, we got to see Esme with Ace watching the nurses' ball. And Laura came in to sit down with them, and Portia needs to focus on Trina. She will come on. Okay. Yeah, yeah, Kiki. Hey, Kiki. Preach that, Kiki. Cheers to Kiki. I've been saying the same thing, girl, over a man, your child. You know what I'm saying? Again, I will say this. I don't want to see Portia chasing after Curtis. He ain't worth it. He ain't worth it, but you are, honey. Because look, he's sitting there messing around with Miss Selena Wu and her business. You gonna have an issue with him when that becomes a problem, okay? Don't you, you let that man come to you. You let that man come to his senses. Don't you be chasing after him. Hell no. Hell no. Hey, Vitra. So I would really love to see her be strong and not chase. And again, let me say this. No to a love triangle between him, Portia, and Jordan. I am not here for it. Jordan did have a conversation with TJ, and about her possibly being a grandmother within the next year. Don't put that kind of pressure on them. That's the only thing that came to mind when she said that. I mean, it's a very exciting thing, absolutely, to have bring life into this world, but don't put that pressure on them, because I just get this feeling that they're going to have a struggle with conceiving, because it just always seems like people who want to have children have trouble having children. I didn't. Yeah, Lori. Hey, shout out to Lori real quick. You said, heck no, Jordan and Portia need to focus. Hey, cheers again, girl. But Lori, absolutely. Where is Drew? I thought Drew was going to be a part of the Magic Wands. Where is Drew out the ball? Where is he? Uh-huh. But I hope that they have a kid, but I just get a feeling that they're gonna have some struggles with getting pregnant. You know what I'm saying? We'll just have to see. So the magic wands. Did you all enjoy the magic wands? I have to be honest. I fast forwarded through the performance. I'm not really here for seeing men strip down to their shorts in order to please other people. That's just not my thing, because I wouldn't want to see women doing that. I mean, would you be okay to see women kind of stripping for that in front of an audience? I mean, hey, fair's fair, but it's just, I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, you I've never seen women do that for the nurses ball, strip down into their bra and underwear for the nurses ball. It's always the men sitting there having to strip down. Real quick though, Cody Bell, sir, you have been doing some work. I was looking at him throughout the scenes, and I was just like, this man has lost some weight, hasn't he? He's toned up his body, one or the other. Drew decided to stay home and watch himself all. That was good. That was good. It was good. Curtis to me is the kind of person who wants others to fight for him, but he won't do the same for others. Things get tough. He bail. Cheers, Monique. Cheers. I'm gonna sip on that one. Yes, ma'am. You called it. You said you wish they would have a 3D performance. I like women doing it, not men, but I get it's for entertainment. Hey, Drew was the last minute cancellation and is working on the Valentine. Okay. Lucy has been down to her bra and panties several times, usually a dress malfunction. All right, Lori, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Cause I really do hope YouTube allows me to upload it, because I did react to that video, and it was so great. The only reason I'm concerned that YouTube will give me an issue is because of the music that was featured. Right before Lucy went on and got in her bra and panties, they played music by Glenn Miller back then. So I will try. I'm gonna try to upload it. Have the reaction video uploaded by Saturday of that from the 1995 Nurses Ball. If it doesn't make it to the YouTube channel, it's strictly because of copyright issues, and I apologize. But I did react to the Nurses Ball in 1995 when Lucy was in her underwear. That was so good. I never saw that before. It was so good. But I did do that video the other day, and I'm almost done with editing it. Fingers crossed that YouTube will allow it to go up. So I hope so. So we can all enjoy that together. But Cody Bell, Cody, he's toned up. I don't know if you could say he lost weight or if he turned that extra weight into muscle, but my goodness, sir, what? Whoa, whoa, what's going on there? What's going on? But I'm not gonna lie, I did fast forward the performance. It's not really my thing, but I hope you all enjoyed it. So let me think. I just don't want to miss anything. I'm sure. Robert, let me see. Nancy Graham confirmed that her daughter Kate was playing guitar yesterday. Yes, she did. I seen that on Facebook. I sure did. Well, congratulations to her. I'm sorry. I had it in my head. Come back, Robert. Monique, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You sure enough ain't. Robert was at the Nurses Ball. He was one of the characters that was traded in. I was happy to see Milo shake it. I miss Milo. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Drew's storylines hurts my nerves. Oh, child. At least Sonny and Nina, even though they can't be together, they were in the room exchanging looks. Drew and Carly don't even get that same thing. I was surprised at TJ. He looks like he hit the gym. Yeah, I'm sure they probably did hit the gym for this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was Milo's daughter? I wonder what her performance is going to be. So there's going to be more performances, or is the Nurses Ball ruined? Did anyone see the previews for the next General Hospital? Is the nurses' ball over because of Lucy's entrance, or will it still be going on? You what? You said Nina better learn how to tuck. He is cute. He certainly is. I'm glad he was able to make it to the nurses' ball. You said you hope there are no more performances. um, I'm so sorry. Let me just recollect my train of thought. So, of course, Robert. Okay, so we see that Anna was shot. Valentine was there with her. I was screaming at the TV like, "Why are y'all still there? Carry her to the hospital! Carry her to the hospital!" Oh, she is? Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of performance she does. Does anyone know the performance that his daughter will be doing? What? Who said that, Monique? uh, okay, I'm trying to get my thought back. So, I was like, girl, why don't you get her to the hospital? You really liked the ball this year? I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it. I did. I know it's not as it was in the 90s. I even enjoyed uh seeing the flashbacks. First of all, we had Mac, Felicia, and Bobby who were talking to one another about the nurses' ball. And we even got a flashback to Felicia's first performance at the ball. That was very nice. I know they can't use too many flashback clips, you know what I'm saying? Okay, she sure did. But I appreciated being able to see that. Again, it's one of the reasons why I enjoy and appreciate the longevity of soap operas, because you get to see it throughout the years. You know what I mean? And then we get flashbacks of these characters who have been on screen. There was another moment again backstage between Bobby and Sonny, and Bobby let it be known, I don't really appreciate, hey, Vicky, I don't appreciate how you've been treating my daughter, but you are a generous person and you strike again. And they talked about Stone because Bobby was there with Sonny when everything was happening with Stone back in 1995. So again, I appreciate 60 years of General Hospital and what these actors have given to the show, whether we like their characters or hate their characters. They have put in the work, and they've shown up to do it. So, yeah, not, yeah, you're right, Krista. Absolutely right. So, I absolutely appreciate when they're able to put in those flashback moments, especially for people who weren't watching the show back then, to be able to see it and to connect with it. These aren't just characters who are making up stories. These are characters who have been on this show, and they're legacy characters for a reason. They've maintained the legacy of their characters. And again, it's appreciated that the people who were in charge at the time didn't seek to recast these characters and put in other people in their places. You know what I'm saying? So again, I enjoyed the scene between Bobby and Sonny because they go way back many years, many years. And I just appreciate the longevity of these shows. Good night, Rose. You take care of yourself. You take care of yourself. You be safe. Praying for you always. Thank you for being here. So that was really nice. Okay, so yes, let's talk about Miss Lucy Coe before I forget. I do not want to forget the woman who started it all. Especially Elizabeth, she was so young now. Yes, and even Felicia mentioned Maxie. Maxie was a little girl attending the nurses' ball way back in the day. She certainly was, and now she's standing side by side with Bobby hosting the ball. I wonder what's going to happen with the ball next year, and if Lucy will allow Maxie to help her, or if Lucy will be like, you know what, you take over. It'll be interesting to see how Lucy handles the nurses' ball next year. I hope there is a nurses' ball next year. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Maxie went from this little girl to now hosting. Hey, welcome. Elizabeth looks the same. Yes, they showed that. Okay, let's talk about Lucy and Bobby. So, I'm so sorry. I'm getting a little congested. hold off on that. But so Lucy shows up backstage and she's trying to get help. You wasn't? I was totally here for that. Two questions. Will GH be on and will there be a ball? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Monique, I'm with you. I was screaming at the screen. I was like, Robert, it's Lucy's fault. Why are you blaming Valentine? It's totally Lucy's fault. I can't. Oh, Robert, really? Really, sir? Like, you don't know the situation? Really? But Valentine was noble enough to step up and take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Krista A, you right, you right. He was scared. He loves Anna. That's his ex-wife, the mother of his only daughter. They have a long, relationship. He don't want to lose Anna. He certainly doesn't. Save so Lucy came back there, and I think this has been Lucy's fault from the beginning when Anna told her to stop playing Victor all those months. Mm-hmm. They are best friends. Uh, but Lucy's scenes were very hilarious with the guy backstage. I appreciate that woman was able to handle herself. She kicked him where it hurts and knocked him down. Then what was that she grabbed? Sonny said what it was. I thought it was just a shawl full of feathers, like a feather scarf or something like that. I'm like, Lucy, really? Really? But at least she tried. Oh, with the boa. Quick question, what is a boa? Was I looking at that right? When I think of a boa, I think of a snake. I was like, isn't a boa a snake? I'm probably wrong. I'm completely wrong. Cause somebody educate me. What the hell is a boa? Cause it looked like a scarf full of feathers. I thought she grabbed a scarf full of feathers. Somebody educate me real quick. But that was funny. I appreciate that woman for being a scarf. Oh, thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. That was funny when Sonny came up behind him and knocked him down and was like, really? Really? That's what it is. Okay, I didn't know the term for it. Thank you all for educating me because I didn't know. I was like, a what? 1986. Oh, wow. I wasn't even born then. Boa is a feathered scarf. Okay, thank you all. So now I know in the future that a boa is a feathered scarf. Uh, that was funny. And I enjoy seeing the veteran actors on the show getting to interact with each other. I love it. Victor now has Spencer, Dr. O, and Ace. He sure does, on a moving haunted star, because you know that haunted star didn't start moving unless Dr. O was on there. Goodness almighty. You miss Monica. They even showed a flashback with Monica and Bobby. Okay, so let's move on to that portion of the night. So Carly got on stage and she honored her mother. And again, I love the longevity of soaps because when Carly came to town, she came to town with vengeance on her mind towards Bobby, wrecked Bobby and Tony Jones. That's the one thing about what Carly did that I really, really hate. I hate that she messed with Tony Jones. I don't like some people, they deserve it, like, hey, that's your karma. You reap what you sow. But Tony Jones had been through so much by the time Carly came along. You know what I mean? And for him to have gotten caught up in all that foolishness, that really wasn't fair to him. I kind of feel like he lost his mind even more because of what Carly did, especially in the way that she lied about that pregnancy and got him invested in Michael, and Michael didn't turn out to be his son. I really feel for Tony Jones and all that he went through on the show. He lost his wife who gave birth to BJ. Then he lost BJ. And then the idea of being a father again, he lost that because of Carly, because of her lie. But getting off of that, Bobby and Carly, of course, have come a long way. You think Esme put up a fight? You think, oh, Tony went blind? So, so again, I appreciate the growth that Bobby and Carly have experienced over the years. It truly is a wonderful thing. Hey, Wentz World. And to see Jocelyn sitting in the audience, the third generation of them, that was great as well. Loved it. And I believe that Bobby has earned that tribute. She's been a part of General Hospital for 60 years. She said it herself. She was really on the show back in the late 70s with the hospital. I certainly love seeing old footage of the show. Oh, I'm here for it, especially in higher quality. Because if you look back on YouTube, it's not such a high quality, but when you get to see it like kind of updated for our times, it's really awesome to get to see. And I believe Bobby really deserved the recognition she got. I love the flashbacks that we got of Bobby, of seeing Bobby with Laura when Laura was going through what she was going through with Lulu. We got to see Laura and Elizabeth when Elizabeth got raped, if I'm correct. um, we got to see Bobby tell Tracy off. And I believe they used the clips with Tracy because somebody said Tracy is coming back. Someone even said Holly was coming back. Real quick, I heard Victor said he was going to do something with Ethan. So I hope Holly was able to put a stop to that, because I heard a lot of you tell me that Holly and Tracy will be making a return this month, as well as Helena Cassadine possibly. Yes, me too, Krista. Me too. Tracy and Holly are both coming back soon. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, they used a Tracy flashback, so they must be paying her to be doing that. I know I'm probably. Oh, they also did a flashback of Bobby and Felicia, uh, and Bobby and Monica. Bobby has and Bobby just herself gaining her, working to be where she is today on the show, as a nurse. So I fully believe Bobby deserved that recognition, and that was great to see. Um, okay. Okay, thank you, Krista, for the update. Good night, Sandy. You enjoy your evening. Have a wonderful night. So I'm excited to see everybody return. I saw that Sonny said, "Why do I always find the two of you together?" I think, ooh, Monique, he should have. Whoa, Spencer told Sonny. Spencer told Sonny. He just didn't even blink. You said Bobby should be head nurse, not Christina. Good night, Sharon. You have a wonderful evening. You sound like it's always coming back. But then we have Bobby talking on stage about how messy Lucy is. Lucy, of course, is taking it the wrong way and personally, and the woman is doing a tribute to her. But still, I love Lucy's interest on the stage, talking about, what did you say about me? And Bobby, of course, has seen many people come back from the dead. She was head nurse a couple years. Okay. And of course, as Bobby has seen many people come back from the dead, even her own daughter. Because wasn't Carly presumed dead at one point? Wasn't she? She just handled it all in stride and was like, Lucy Coe, and everyone gave her a round of applause. Lucy does deserve that round of applause, even though she was working our last nerve with ruining the whole plan and leading Victor straight to the safe house and everything. She sure did. I thought that was a wonderful moment for Lucy to be appreciated and honored as well. She died in 2002. Uh, that was wonderful. I think it was all wonderful. I enjoyed the nurses ball. I know it's not what it was at one point, but I enjoyed it very much. Maybe Rick Lansing will show up. Does anyone know what the actor who plays Rick Lansing is up to? I think his name is Rick Herbst, if I'm saying that correctly. It would be good if Brooklyn tells Sonny and Carly about Link touching Jocelyn. You think so, Vicky? Maybe he'll get some more heat. Someone did say that the actor Link has left the show, so we might not see him again. But I will say I have Rick Hurst. Oh, thank you so much. I think he's on the East Coast now. Okay. But I enjoyed the nerd. I enjoyed the last two episodes. Absolutely did. Yes, Vicky, me and you, we in the same camp, honey. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it for what it is today. Um, I enjoyed it. Carly showed up at her own funeral, and Bobby was the one most excited to see her. Link's exit has been confirmed for now. So we've seen the last of Link. was definitely throwing shade to Carly in front of the whole world at the nerve. Oh, thank you for pointing that out, Freddie, because I did see Carly and the look she threw back at Olivia when she was saying that she was the co-owner of the Metro Court. More sad looks by Nina for Willow. Mm-mm-mm. But that is all I can remember. Oh yes, he chilling. Yes, you better chill and live your best life. Certainly better. But that is all I can remember from the last two episodes. Before I go, I'm gonna let you all chime in. Is there anything I forgot? Did we forget to touch on anything from the last two episodes before I go? Um, I I think I remembered everything, but I didn't write any notes. So I just want to make sure if there's anything, they should get rid of Gladys. She is nothing but trouble. Well, you are right. You are right. Good night, Aunt Jeanette Burton. But thank you all so much for joining me on tonight's live stream. Always a pleasure to talk to you all about the show. I will be back on Monday. I hope you all have a safe and happy weekend, a restful weekend, a productive weekend. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you all again so much for helping to make these live streams what it is. It wouldn't be as wonderful without your presence here. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Enjoy your Resurrection Sunday. And I will see you all on Monday. Take care. Bye.